Hello guys, just before the video starts, do me a big favour, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, because YouTube loves interaction and a lot of people watch, they just don't interact. So do all that for me, and definitely check out drivermatty.com. Enjoy the video. Nice one for tuning in. Hello guys, listen, just a fun little video today. So I was working a little bit Saturday night, right? And there's a certain point of the day where you start getting these passengers. So it's a little bit of a fun video, and everyone can probably relate from a passenger point of view to a driver point of view, right? So do us a favour, make sure you like the video and comment your favourite type of passenger or your worst. Right, listen, so I'd say there's 4 sets of passengers, stages through the night of a Saturday night going into Sunday morning, right? And the first and most famous is the brunches. You know, the girls and lads that go out and do the afternoon brunch, 2 to 4 p.m, that type of time, and they have a 2-hour window with unlimited food and drink. And in that 2-hour window, they find it a challenge to try and hit and get as much as they can in. I've been on one, by the way, and I'm still suffering to this day. But yeah, you hit it hard, don't you? And you're home by tea. You're home by 7, 8 p.m, aren't you? The brunches are always the ones that finish early. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, they're quite bad though, because sometimes they can go out, hit it hard, and then get really freshly drunk, and then there's a good chance of being sick or being aggressive or whatever. So they're quite bad. But it gets worse, it gets worse. So then in the second bunch of people, right, I call them the Cinderellas. So the Cinderellas home by midnight, yeah? But these type of person, trying to relate, probably similar to me, I'd probably say don't go out very often. But when you do, you kind of hit it a bit hard. But you don't want to be out too late because you're up early the next day with the kids or whatever. So normally, like if you're a first-time mum, they're normally like a Cinderella. You go out after having a kid for 6 months, and you go out and they hit it hard, they haven't drank for a while, and it just hits them hard, and like the bladder, and they're done by midnight. So they're home by midnight, but then they can be a little bit pukey, but also because they're a little bit, do you know what I mean, a little bit sensible, they've got to be up with the kids tomorrow and all that, they're not too bad. So they're not too bad. So that's why a lot of people, when you're working nights and stuff on a Saturday night, Friday night, a lot of drivers have a cut-off of midnight. And the midnight is a big cut-off, because like after midnight, that's when the third group of people come in, called the pukers. Now the pukers, we've all been there, guys. You hit the pubs, you hit the clubs, the weather's bad, so you stay in the same place, you hit it hard, you're smashing it, you think you're flipping invincible. You're like, oh man, I can handle me ale, me, I'm sound, me, boom, boom, boom. As the pubs and the clubs let out and start closing between 12 and 2 o'clock, yeah, you walk outside thinking you're flipping solid, you've had your 10 shots and your load of ale, and you think you're sound here. You walk outside and that air hits you, yeah, and your sickness and your drunkenness multiplies by about 10. The pukers, mate, between 12 and 3, 12 and 2, they're the times where you're going to get a passenger thrown up in your car, or they're really aggressive, or they're really drunk, or they're really depressed, or they're crying on you. Do you know what I mean? Because they're having a bad time and all the alcohol has released all the feelings and you've got no filter. Them, the pukers, right? In my opinion, that's probably the worst time to work. High probability of them thrown up, and obviously normally the attitude. Don't get me wrong, not everyone. You can get really lovely drunk people, and they're super soft and super loving, and they're dead kind and dead nice. Do you know what I mean? But there's obviously the pukers between 12 and 3, I'd say is probably the worst time to work on the taxis and Uber, right? But my favourite are coming up. The final group of people, the 4th group, right? I call them the creatures. So I don't normally work overnight. I normally work early mornings. I don't work as much Uber as I used to, mainly airports and a bit of chauffeur work, stuff like that, and obviously YouTube and TikTok. But when I used to work Uber full time every day, my go-to shift would be like a 5 a.m, 4 a.m. start on a Sunday morning, and then boom, work like a big Sunday shift, right? But the creatures are lurking, yeah? You know the kind. Professionals, you know what I mean? Lemo and cat heads, you know what I mean? They're going strong. They probably already threw up on themselves a couple of hours earlier, do you know what I mean? And then it's kind of kicked in where like they're turning blue and the jaws are kind of jaws like that. They can't really speak much, and it's quite all like that. And you get in the car, and you get in the car like that, don't they? It can't really speak. You know what I mean? Jaw wide shut, been chewing the box off for the last 3 hours, and you get in and I fall down like a startled cat. You know what I mean? You get in like that, you get in the back of the car. Don't really like to talk, a little bit ashamed sometimes, and you try and pretend that they haven't been out all night on it. Yeah, it's off to work, me lad. Yeah, no problem, lad. Yeah, I've just woke up. Yeah. And they think they look perfect, but they don't. They look terrible. But the good thing about the creatures is if they were going to throw up, they've already have done before they go on your car. Do you know what I mean? They throw up on themselves, they put on a jacket, cover themselves up, hunky-dory, yeah? So from a passenger point of view, the creatures are the best. They'll either come in, they won't really talk to you, they'll either kill up on the ball and feel sorry for themselves, or like I said, they've already threw up, they passed all the bad stuff, and now they're just on the way home to get the Valiums to go to sleep. Do you know what I mean? I'd say myself personally, out of those 4, I'd say the creatures are by far the best customers out of a Saturday early morning Sunday shift. Now do us a favour guys, let me know in the comments who are your favourite customers and who are your worst customers, because I know a lot of people, they have like the shoppers, they can't stand like the Aldi shoppers, you know what I mean, or getting the shopping bags in and out, going a mile down the road. I know a lot of people hate them. Obviously the spewers, they're the worst. The ones who pee themselves, they're not the best. You know, you poo, they poo yourself, that's not the best. Or you know where they stink and you can taste them, they're not the best, to be honest. But by the way guys, this is not all negative to passengers. You get some really lovely passengers, and you are sometimes a bit of a psychotherapist and maybe a mental health nurse as well as a taxi driver. But on the flip side guys, I've been in some smelly, scruffy driving, you know, as a passenger. There's been some smelly drivers and smelly cars as well. So this is not all against passengers. I've been a passenger myself obviously, and I've been a driver. I've been the creature back in the day. Do you know what I mean? So I can kind of relate to it, do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's it guys, just wanted to do a fun little video of the different stages of a passenger on a Saturday night shift. Listen guys, do us a favour, check out drivermatty.com, like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on TikTok, you know the score, and as per usual, thanks for watching, see you soon, bye bye.